Welcome to SKML Chess Academy YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have seen how the variations of simplification, and we also have seen another video on the maintain the tension knight c3 moves. After e4, e6, d4, d5, we have seen simplification in one of the video, and next video we have seen the knight c3 variation, maintaining the tension. In the previous video, we have discussed bishop b4, c5 ideas. Now, in this video, also we have seen the queen g4 idea from the white side. Now in this video, we will be going to see the knight f6 idea. So let us see. After knight c3, we have seen already bishop b4 immediately pinning the knight and all. Now we will see knight f6. Because here, when bishop comes to here, since this g7 square is getting weak, so queen has gone to g4 and attacking this. That also we have seen in the previous video. Now we will see knight f6 variation. Immediately after knight f6, white try to pin this. Then to unpin this, black will play bishop e7. Here e5, attacking the occupying the space and attacking the knight on the f6. Knight will go to knight d7. Then bishop into e7, queen into e7. Here queen will play white plays the queen d2. Actually it is preparatory move. With this move we can come to know that white intended to castle on the queen side. Here black has opportunity to castle on the king side, so black put his king in the safety. Now here, instead of playing immediately the queen side castling, first white didn't allow any counter attack, so he started attacking on the, and it is known as a overprotected. This e5 is protected, overprotected, because e5 d4 is protecting and now f4 is also protecting this. Now here c5 they played striking at the center. Then knight f3 is developed. In case c5 into d4, knight will capture the pawn. That is the basic idea. Here knight c6 has been developed. Now here white castles on the queen side. Here normally in these variations and in the French defense, white normally aims for black aims for two pawn breaks. One is on c5 and one is on f6. So c5 already he played. Now he is targeting the e5 pawn. Here e into f6, queen into f6, queen into f6 been played. Now he played g3 protecting the f4 pawn. Now black captures the d4 pawn and knight captures this. This is the one of the variations here we have seen in the knight f6 variation. Now what is the assessment of this position? In this assessment of the position, white is slightly better. Although white does not have any central pawn, why we are saying white is slightly better is because of the e6 weakened e6 pawn of the black camp. So now white tries to attack this e6 pawn and gain an upper hand. Now let us see the fourth move which is available for the white after e4, d6, d4, d5. Now here white is the already seen the exchange variation knight c3, and here to maintain the tension white has another move knight d2. Knight it develops to d2. Knight d2, what is the advantage of knight d2 over knight c3 is it cannot be pinned. If you develop the knight to knight c3, it is easily getting pinned. But if you play knight d2, if they play bishop b4, you can simply play the c3. So c3 can be played and it has to go back. So that is the advantage of the developing the knight e2. Here, black. What happens if he played knight? There are two variations here. Black can play c5. Black can play knight f6. We will see both the variations. If black develops knight f6, then immediately attacks this e5. Then knight goes to knight of d7. Then bishop comes to bishop d3. You see, the moment you see bishop is developed before the knights, then you can assume that this knight is going to come to knight e2. That is the reason. So whenever you see the opening principle is altered, then you can guess the opponent move. Okay. Now let us see c5. Now let us see knight f3, bishop d3. Then he played c5. Then d4 pawn is protected with c3. Here knight c6. One of the main reason why they played c5 is to bring this knight to c6. So this pawn will not remain on the c7, or if this pawn is developed to c5, the natural square of knight c6 is also denied. So to avoid that, they play c5, then he comes. Also c5 is attacking the central pawns of the white camp. Now here you see the knight has come to knight e2 so that it can recapture on the d4 pawn, because the moment you developed the bishop to d3, you obstructed the passage of queen to d4. Here queen b6. So what will you play here? Once queen b6, then you simply knight f3, because this knight has gone to here. Now there is more protection on the. Now c into d4, c into d4. Here bishop b4 check. Here instead of developing the bishop to d2, white simply moved his king. So it is a very strange move, but it is a very effective move. That is what opening principles are breaking. These are all the things which you have to see. What is the important for the position? The king f1. Now here this position strongly helps the white is having a very good position because of the cramped position. You see e5, so he cannot develop this cramped pawn structure has come here. It is combination of maintaining the tension and cramped pawn structure. So here this position helping the whites here. Now let us see e4, e6, d4, d5, knight d2. Here we play c5. We will see the c5 variation here. c5, e into d5. You see, whenever c5 is played, please don't take, white players should not take d into c5, because it will help black to develop his bishop with a tempo. So here e into d5, e into d5, bishop b5 check, bishop d7, then queen e2 check, queen e7, queen into e7 check, bishop into e7, bishop into d7, king into d7, d into c5, bishop into c5, knight b3 and knight a6. If you see all these moves, white exchanged all the pieces, maximum pieces, so that it has an advantage position. Why you are saying although knight a6 is protecting, because why knight a6 is a good move is, you see, he didn't retract, also used the develop the knight and free his rook. Here In this variation, the main disadvantage or advantage of the black position is d5 pawn. This d5 pawn is known as a isolated queen pawn, and if whenever your opponent has an isolated queen pawn, there is a certain ways how to play against this or for this. It is also becoming a weakness or also becoming a strength. That's all in this video. We have seen knight c3 reply, knight f6 reply for the knight c3. Then we have seen for the knight d2 move, one is knight f6 and one is c5. Thank you very much for all the subscribers and the viewers of this channel. Please continue your cooperation, extend your cooperation for this channel by subscribing, liking and sharing this video. Thank you very much. We will see you in the next video with advanced variation is e4, e6, d4, d5, c, e5. That is also known as the setting up the cramped pawn chain. Till then, goodbye.